Hi everyone. So this is Lee Aldrich from FanShareSports, DK Golf Bargains on Twitter. I thought it'd be beneficial for anybody trying out the FanShareSports website at the minute, or any members that maybe don't know all the different options available, or anybody that's looking to sign up and see what the buzz is all about on FanShareSports. So I'm just going to make a quick video to show you how I build my 150 lineups that I enter into the Mini Max every week. So when you go to FanShareSports, you'll log in and then click on FanShare Pro, which will bring up the Pro Dashboard, which will take you to this page where you'll see all the data that we've got on FanShareSports. So I'll quickly run through what each of the columns are. So this is your favourites. This is where you can add your favourites for building your lineups. The ranking shown here is where the player ranks in terms of how many tags they've received in any given week. Obviously you've got your name of the player, nationality of the player, college that they went to. This is all the tags that they've got. So by tag we mean how many experts have said or mentioned a certain player's name in the build up to a tournament starting. So we can see here Rory McIlroy has received 39 tags so far this week. Harris English has received 30 tags so far this week. This is the difference change in the last 24 hours, how many where they moved up the ranking. So Webb Simpson has moved up 3 places in the last 24 hours. So that's useful if a bit of news comes out about how a player's feeling, how a player's said that they're playing at the minute in a press conference. You'll see the change here. And then next along there we've got the last tournament rank difference. So John Rahm, for example, has shot up 8 places since the last tournament in terms of their ranking for most tags received. This is the course suitability ranking, where a ranking is given to how well a player is suited to this particular course. So this week it would be Colonial. Current form, in course history, and they're colour coded. So if it's green with a flaming dot, it means they're in the top 5% for average Draftkings points scored over the last 3 events. So current form would be over the last 3 events played. Course history would be over the last 3 events played at this course. So flaming green dot is top 5%, a green dot top 20%, red dot is bottom 50%, and there is a yellow dot as well, which is top 50%, so between 50 and 20%, otherwise they'd have a green dot. And moving along, we have what percent of the time they finish in the top 10 scoring in DraftKings. So Rory McIlroy finishes in the top 10 of DraftKings point scoring 69.2% of the time. Odds to win, so sometimes you'll see what odds they are to win the tournament. Projected ownership, which obviously very important this week to see what ownership we're projecting each player. That will change daily as it's updated. DraftKings price, so Rory McIlroy is 11,800 this week. This is a percent of your total salary cap that player will cost you. So if you played Rory McIlroy this week, it would cost you 23.6% of your total salary cap to get him into your lineup. Then we got FanDuel salary, FanDuel cap, and the difference between FanDuel and DraftKings. And then we've got our sentiment rating, which means what percent of the buzz for that player is positive, what percent of the buzz says that they should sit. So if we go right to the end, you can see here 30 of the 32 tags that Rory McIlroy's got say that you should play him. 2 of them say that you shouldn't play him. Then you got your official World Golf Ranking, so where they are in the official World Golf Rankings. The made cuts form, so Rory McIlroy has made 7 of his last 7 cuts. Jordan Spieth has made 9 of his last 10 cuts. let's say Victor Hovland has made 7 of his last 10 cuts. So if you're looking for a solid lineup, and obviously you want everybody to make the cut, so you got 6 to 6 through at the weekend, that gives you a good opportunity to see how often they've made the cut. And then you got cut streak, so Rory McIlroy has made his last 11 cuts in a row, Webb Simpson his last 20 cuts in a row. And then we move on to projected Draftkings points. So if you want to see how we're projecting that player to do this week, then you can see down here. So Rory McIlroy is projected to get 108 points, Webb Simpson 78, Jon Rahm 92. Then we've got percentage projected make cut percent. So this is actually 90%. It says 0.9, but it's 90%. Webb Simpson 82%. So Rory McIlroy we project to make the cut 90% of the time. If this was run 100 times this tournament, we'd expect McIlroy to make the cut 90 of those times. Then you got your win percent. So Rory McIlroy 15%, Webb Simpson 4%. So if this competition was ran 100 times, we think that Rory McIlroy would win it 15 times and Webb Simpson would win it 4 times. Then we got tee time, so that will say AM or PM depending on where they are in the wave. And then we've been through these, so how many of the tags, expert tags, say you should start them, how many of the expert tags say you should sit them. So once you've had a look through all that data and you've worked out who you want to put in your lineup, we'll go across to the favourites, and you can put a tick in there if you want to include them in your lineup builds. So we'll just click a couple more here to give us a few more options, just show you how it's done. So here we go, down here it's told us that they've now been added into our favourites list. And so once you've put all the players in that you want in your player pool, you then scroll back up to the top, and then gone too far, not far enough. We would then go to build our lineups. So we'll click on the build, and it will bring us up to this page, which has actually got its own tutorial video, but I'll quickly go through it with you now. So this says how many lineups do you want to make. So let's say you wanted to make 30 lineups, you'd put 30 in there. You want the minimum salary of your total lineup to be, say, a minimum of 49,000, maximum of 50,000. If you want 50,000, 49,900 or 800 if you wanted a bit of differential. You can put your targeted projected ownerships in there if you like, but if you want to keep it simple, you just click on how you want to sort it. So do you want mostly early starters, mostly later starters? Do you want to optimize it by Draftkings points per dollars? So you can choose that and then generate lineups, and then it will generate all the lineups that you want. So we've asked it to generate 30 lineups based on that player pool, and we've asked it to optimize it by the Draftkings points that we think that they will score this week, and then it will build 30 lineups for you, which we can see here. So they're all our lineups. That's how quick and easy it is with our lineup generator. So we've got 30 lineups all built from our player list. It will tell us the percent of lineups that each player is in. Result, so 60% for Rory McIlroy, because we've not actually got that many players in our player pool. We've only got 31. So you could play around with it if you wanted to swap that around a bit. But once you've got your lineups, all you need to do is to export it into an Excel spreadsheet. And there are all your lineups. So it's just a matter of saving that file. Once you've got that file saved, then that will take you, you can then import that file straight into Draftkings, and it will save all your lineups in Draftkings that you've created, and then you go to whichever competition you want to go to, and you then select which of those lineups you want to put in. If it's 20 max, it will select 20 for you. 150 max, you can just bang them all straight in, and as easy as that, you've created 30 lineups. You've optimized it using our optimizer. You've had a look for yourself which stats you like best on the Pro Dashboard, and that is how simple it is to build multiple lineups. You can do that for a maximum of 200 lineups, and that is the beauty of the FanShareSports Pro Dashboard and the lineup generator. Dead simple. You can create multiple lineups as quickly as that, and you can choose which players to put in based on that plethora of different categories that we've got. So thanks for watching. I hope that makes it look as simple as what it is. If you've got any questions, then fire them at us. Fire them at FanShare on Twitter, and we'll answer them for you. Thanks for watching.